What's going on, guys? Seabass Hawk here, and welcome to a brand new video. If you've been watching my videos recently, or if you've checked out my other socials, you'll probably know that I've been competing to become part of the Luminosity Academy First Class. Now, believe it or not, me and 4 others were chosen to become part of this Luminosity Academy First Class, and I still can't believe it. I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who made it possible, and it just blows my mind that I was even selected for it in the first place. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I was selected to come in, and how I auditioned to get into this. Now let's get right into the video. It all started back in July of this year when my dad showed me a website with all the criteria for the auditions, and I knew instantly that I wanted to do it. Even though we were in the middle of a road trip across Canada, I got, with the help of my dad, a video together for an audition, and we sent it in with a few days to spare on the deadline. I didn't hear anything for the first couple of weeks, but then one day when we were sitting down for supper, my mom came and said she got the email that said I was in, and I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock, of course, because it was a huge deal, but I was super excited and couldn't wait. Once we got home from our road trip, school started up, and I waited in anticipation for the recording date to finally get there. And when it did, I was super nervous. The first shoot day was about episode 1, that Lego building challenge, and man was I nervous. I was shaking the whole time, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how well I did in that Lego challenge. I thought I was gonna be out right then and there because I thought I saw somebody that was at least 40 steps ahead of me, but apparently I did really good, so that was awesome. I found out later that day that I was going to be paired up with Proxy for the 2v2 Rocket League challenge, which was awesome because I heard he was an amazing Rocket League player, and I couldn't wait to meet him. We met up later that night, and he seemed like such an awesome person, and I couldn't wait to get to know more about him. We practiced all of that night and all of the morning the next day because we didn't want to mess this opportunity up. I think all that practicing paid off because we were able to make it into the 3rd round of the tournament. It was after that tournament that I really started to focus more on my Minecraft build for episode 4 because it was actually more of a chance now. All I had to do was get past that Fortnite bumper cars thing, which was really scary because I had practiced that and it was really tough. That was definitely the challenge that I was most nervous for, and going into it, I decided, once I was losing a little bit, I started watching what other people were doing, and they seemed to be staying on the outside, so I decided to do that, and it ended up paying off the first time I tried it, and I ended up winning that round. That night, after making it through the Fortnite Derby Challenge, Tristan, me, and a couple other of the competitors from the Luminosity Challenge got together and we watched a movie while building our Minecraft builds, and had an insane time. It was such a blast, and I would love to do it again sometime, because it's one of the most memorable things from that whole experience. The next episode was that Minecraft challenge, and I was super nervous because I couldn't wait to meet Jerome ASF, who had always watched a ton when I was a kid. I had rehearsed what I wanted to say for that Minecraft build over and over, but I still felt super nervous going into it because it was Jerome ASF and Boone Builds. I didn't want to mess this up. They seemed super impressed by what I was able to build, and I was super honored because having Jerome ASF and Boone compliment my build was just amazing. We then had to wait multiple hours that was super nerve-wracking, and I just sat there talking to a couple of people the whole time, sitting there in anticipation, super anxious, just waiting to hear the results. And luckily, I was able to move on to the 5th and final round, and I got to interview the mentors and get their advice on what they thought was important in the world of content creation. After getting to talk to the mentors, I was still in shock from the whole experience, and I couldn't believe I actually got to meet some insane content creators like Somerset, Nick A30, Tootie, and Jerome ASF. I then spent all of that night and all of the morning after just preparing this video and getting it all ready to show the judges the very next day. They all seemed to like the video, which was amazing, and I couldn't believe that Nick A30, Somerset, Tootie, and Jerome ASF were actually watching something that I had created. They were not only watching it, but giving me compliments on it too, which was crazy. We had to wait multiple more hours to find out the results, and it was super nerve-wracking just sitting here, waiting anxiously for the results. But finally, after a couple hours, the judges came back with the results. When they got there, they complimented all of us on our videos, and said that we all did an amazing job, and then there was a very long pause of silence while we waited for them to say the first name of the person who would be entering the Luminosity First Class. And after that little pause, they said my name, which was insane, and I couldn't believe it. I accidentally muted my mic, so they didn't hear my initial reaction, but I jumped up and I celebrated, and I couldn't believe it. I then waited and heard a bunch of the other people that I had met from the show get into the Luminosity First Class with me, and I couldn't believe it. It was an awesome experience. I couldn't tell any of my friends that I had even gotten into the competition at first, and I had to wait until the first episode came out. After a little while had passed, they sent us these awesome jerseys. Wait. I better go put that on. Whoa. That's much better. I seriously can't believe this. This is such a nice jersey, guys. Check it out. Boom. I'm super excited to see what the future holds, and I can't wait to develop as not only a streamer, but as a content creator as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you did, because it really helps out the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out the Luminosity Academy videos. I'll link all 5 episodes down below in the description, so make sure you guys go check that out. I want to give a big thank you to everybody who is involved, all the people from Luminosity, all the judges, as well as everybody I met along the way, and all of my fellow competitors, because they were just so awesome and super amazing people. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. See ya!